NAVA acknowledges the Gadigal and Wangal peoples of the Eora Nation as the traditional custodians of the land on which this was filmed, and pay respects to First Nations communities, ancestors and elders.
Yamandumarang. My name is Merindah Funnell. I'm a Tubba-Gah Wiradjuri artist. I live and work on Gundagai and Dharawal land, but I tend to move all over. From Dharawal to Gadigal, I work as a street artist, so large-scale murals. I also work as an illustrator and an educator as well, an artist educator, so I do a lot of workshops and collaboration through that.
What has been a turning point in your career?
There's quite a few, but I guess the most prolific I can think of at the moment was studying at NMorTAFE, the design centre, where I could connect with people, but also be really comfortable in my art making and my culture. I was only diagnosed with ADD last year, so being neurodivergent and being through the school system, you're kind of like, oh, what's wrong with me? Why don't I fit in this box? So when you find other people that are like, yeah, we've gone into the arts mostly because we're, neurodivergent or whatever, finding that and having confidence, being like, okay, it's good to be a weirdo sometimes. It's good to have this mind.
What is the most pressing issue for you as an artist right now?
Definitely how the cost of living has gone up so much, and reflecting that within my work and how I invoice or quote out there and having that accepted. I've been knocked back a lot now that I've changed my cost codes and stuff like that. So jobs I would normally go for, I cannot do because I can't afford it in a certain way. But then also a huge turning point for me within my life was the last referendum. It feels a huge separation of communities around here, and it was very hard for my community and the elders and community leaders that I have relationships with. It was a very hard time, and I feels like we're still in a mourning period as well. And it feels like now more than ever we should be having a lot more First Nation artists there taking up public artwork and educating.
What is something you wish you knew when you were starting out as an artist?
I would say to my younger self, have full confidence in what you're doing. I think growing up was quite difficult for me, identifying as Aboriginal and really wanting to promote that within my artwork. There was times where felt like I was getting pushed and pulled in different directions in what I should be doing instead of what I wanted to be doing. And now going through studies and the world of social media and other people out there showcasing their art, there's space for everyone and what they create. So that really gave me the confidence to be able to be like, this is what I want to create and this is why, and I'm doing it for me and for my culture. So what's really given me confidence is being in bush or being in my community, listening to my elders and my community leaders, and being able to stand by that and be like, having strength to be like yes or no to certain clients, like we can't do this, we can do that. And then also separating myself now and then, not always being in the world of social media or around clients or people, and taking myself out to bush and, listening to the streams and the rivers and the leaves and being totally immersed with earth.
How has NAVA's code of practice been useful to your work as an artist?
The code of practice has been really instrumental for me. I use it as a tool constantly within my work. So as a street artist, I use my public liability a lot for every job. Being insured for jobs is really important for my workplace, and I wouldn't be able to practice the art that I did without that.
What brings you joy in your work?
I think what gives me the most joy is forming those connections and relationships within my community, talking to elders and community leaders, also collaborating with lots of other artists, especially other First Nation artists as well. I think doing street art in a public setting where you don't know necessarily what your view is going to be, it could be anyone walking down the street, it presents an opportunity to educate people. And for me, my goal in life is to educate people about my culture. It's something we can all celebrate together, but it can also be a way of people looking within themselves and being able to celebrate their own culture as well.